Hello and welcome to my presentation on YouTube. And no, I'm not just saying that because it's a video on YouTube. It's actually a presentation about YouTube. Specifically, we'll be looking at YouTube as a business and where that business is going in the future. YouTube is a publicly traded business, and according to Majaski in 2020, that essentially means that anyone can buy stock in YouTube. And because of this means that business decisions that YouTube makes can affect the public significantly. According to YouTube's own article, How YouTube Makes Money, How YouTube Works, YouTube has two main lines of business. The first is, of course, its unique home video content, and this is sold to audiences. YouTube's second line of business is its audiences that are generated from the home video content. These are sold to advertisers, and this is where YouTube makes most of its revenue, according to the article by YouTube, How YouTube Makes Money, How YouTube Works. YouTube is a company based in America, but today, according to YouTube's press page, it reaches over 2 billion users worldwide. That's over a quarter of the entire world population. According to an article by Basine in 2018, YouTube's two primary competitors are Vimeo and Twitch. Vimeo allows for HD content to be streamed, and Twitch allows for live streaming. According to an article by Funk in 2020, YouTube made over $15 billion in 2019, which is an increase over the previous 2 years. And in total, between 2017 and 2019, they made $34 billion. However, according to an article by Alexander from 2020, much of YouTube's ad revenue goes towards the top 1% of creators. This is a major problem for creators who are not in the top 1%, who feel like they are being screwed over. In contrast, according to an article by Perez from 2020, Twitch's revenue is about $230 million, and according to an article on Business Insider, Vimeo's revenue is about $160 million. This means that, according to my calculations, YouTube has a 98.9% market share in the home video streaming service industry. However, it has a few flaws that leave room for competition. One flaw with YouTube is that, according to an article by Iqbal in 2020, they only have a 19.5% market share of the game streaming industry, which Twitch currently dominates, and according to an article by Khaled in 2019, they are expanding to non-game streaming. However, according to the article by Iqbal from 2020, YouTube's game streaming service does have one advantage over Twitch's game streaming service, and that is that YouTube has more mobile game streams than Twitch does. YouTube has one other flaw, which is that they can't really target any audience under the age of 13 because that would violate the COPPA law, which they actually recently got in legal trouble for. According to Cohen in 2019, COPPA, or the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, is a law that prevents big tech companies from collecting data on children. Because YouTube collects data on its viewers to sell to advertisers, and some of YouTube's viewers are under the age of 13, they had violated the COPPA rule, and according to Cohen, YouTube was fined for $170 million. In response to the case, YouTube now requires that all creators state whether or not their channel is meant for children or not, as well as any new videos they upload now need to be stated whether or not they're for children. This led to some backlash from creators on YouTube because there can be a lot of gray area in terms of whether or not something is child friendly or not. For example, you could play a kid's game in a video, but if you swear a lot, it might still be considered targeted at children. In conclusion, YouTube will probably stay the #1 streaming service for home video content, considering that they control almost 99% of the market share. However, video game live streaming is probably going to be dominated by Twitch for the foreseeable future, no matter what YouTube may try to do to compete with Twitch. And children's content is probably going to be harder to find on YouTube and will likely show up on other similar streaming services such as Vimeo. My name is Mike Strano. This is my presentation on YouTube. Thank you for watching.